Hi there, welcome to Talk to Me Tuesday on a Tuesday. I'm your host, Madi B. And yes, right now you're probably seeing an empty chair, but I will not be alone for long. So today's going to be a very special edition. So you guys have heard me several times talk about how our law firm is unique and how we're broken up into phases and how we have a lot of team members here. So today, ladies and gentlemen, you guys get to meet some of our core people, core phases of our team, D. Miller and Associates. So you guys get to meet our team. Later, you'll probably meet more people, more individuals, but right now you're gonna meet only 4 individuals. Why 4? Because our phases are broken up into 4 phases. Now, let me talk a little bit about how unique our law firm is. So personal injury law firm, of course we do motor vehicle accidents, 18-wheeler, slip and fall, dog bite, and of course we also do medical devices, pharmaceutical drugs, stuff like that. Now we're broken up into phases. Phase 1 is our intake department. Phase 2 is our investigations department. Phase 3 is our medical development department. And phase 4 is our demand and negotiations department. So today we're going to have a representative of each one of those phases so they can talk a little bit more of what this means. So I want to open up those lines of communication for you guys. Just like always, if you guys have any questions, any comments for any of our members here today, I would love for you guys to reach out and let us know any of the questions that you might have or even comments. So any of you guys, if you're ever in the need or if you're ever in a situation that you're getting into an accident, we're going to guide you of how our law firm works and who you'll be speaking to at what time and during the duration of your case. So let's go ahead and we're going to go ahead and get it started. So as you know, phase 1, that's where it starts. So we're going to be meeting today, in fact, Jennifer from phase 1. So phase 1 is our intake department. So as you guys are, you're going to get to know her a little bit better of who she is, where she's from, all that good stuff. But most importantly, you guys are going to get to know what exactly does this department do. So now we're going to go ahead and turn it over. Beautiful picture. Welcome, Jennifer.
Hi, Madi. How are you? Thanks for having me on this show.
Absolutely. We're happy to have you. I know the viewers are super happy to see a different member. They've met our attorneys, but they've never really had the pleasure of meeting our team members. So we're honored to have you here in the show. So tell our viewers, those viewers that are watching right now, that have no idea who you are, what you do, and especially have no idea what phase 1 even means. We're going to talk about that here in a little bit. So introduce yourself personally, like where you're from, favorite color, I don't know, whatever you want, so they can get to know you a little bit better.
So I am actually from Houston, Texas.
Awesome. H-Town.
My favorite color right now, I'm going to go with red.
Red.
It changes.
Hey, you're ready for the holidays because the holidays is coming around the corner and it's the time for red. Holiday season color. So that's beautiful. So, okay, Jennifer, you are from Houston, Texas. You've been with the company, D. Miller and Associates, PLLC. How long have you been with the company?
I've been with the company for 3 years now and counting.
All right, yes,
I
as
just
you
completed.
should.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure you blinked and it's like, wow, you're already 3 years in, huh?
It went by so fast.
So fast, exactly.
So fast.
Hey, it goes by fast when you're having a lot of fun, right?
Yes.
Because
yes.
this is not really a job for us. I know the attorneys mention it a lot. It's something that we all love to do. We have such a passion here. So let's talk a little bit about what phase 1 is, what the intake department is. What does that all mean?
Okay, so our intake department consists of 4 people. They are all of them, very professional and very dedicated. We have David, Delia, Ashley, and Maria. So our job is pretty much to gather all of the information, regarding the accident, what happened. We'll ask questions like the 5 W's, the who, what, when, where, and why. We take sympathy with every single one of our clients, and we pride ourselves with with providing the best customer service that we can.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome to hear. I know you mentioned 4 members plus yourself. That's a huge team, and I know we always mention on the show when the attorneys come on the show, the attorneys of the firm, and I mentioned we have 5. In phase 1, that's already 5 actual members. Every case is different.
Oh, yeah.
You're hearing it from the person that hears.
Every case is different.
Every case is different. So I know you guys hear us saying that, but the person hearing these cases on the phone, same thing. I mean, you guys get a lot of different scenarios.
Mhm.
Is any scenario ever the same?
No.
No.
Never.
Exactly. So,
Never.
and just like you said, we take a lot of pride, dedication, and with sympathy because, you know, this is a hard time that
Yeah.
people experience. I mean, I don't know if you've experienced an accident, but I personally have. And it is one scary moment.
I have been fortunate to never experience this, but
How
I know, yes. I know people who have been, and it's definitely a very scary moment for them. And I mean, you really have to take a moment and really try to, you know, put yourself in their place.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's great to have such a calm, soothing voice like Jennifer to hear in this difficult time. So you are in the intake department, and I know you started from answering the phones as well, correct?
Yes.
So
yes.
what is your role now, and how do you bring value to the intake center? Like, are you still answering the phones, or you do more like an overview? What is your role currently now?
So I am the intake department team lead.
Ooh.
I pretty much manage the day-to-day operations and ensure that everything in our intake department is running as smoothly as possible.
Wow. So you're also, I'm pretty sure, ensuring that customer service is tip-top shape.
Correct.
Which is so important for us.
Correct.
Wow, that's awesome. So I know you mentioned, besides yourself, 4 other additional members to phase 1. So a huge, kind of a pretty big team.
Yes, it is.
Are you, if not your team, bilingual?
Yes, everybody in my team is actually
Everyone,
bilingual. Yes.
100%. All
Yes,
right.
all of
Okay.
them. David, Delia, Ashley, and Maria, all fluent in Spanish. We also have a very large firm and very diverse as well. So we do have other people in our staff that speak other languages as well.
That's awesome. So just in case you guys have any family members or friends that speak Spanish, we also have a Spanish show as well. A lot of our staff, as you guys hear, also are bilingual. Now, I'm saying Spanish, but there's also other languages that we have underneath our belt.
Correct.
And if not, and I know you've been in this situation, if we need a language, we will do whatever it takes to find either an interpreter or someone so that we can communicate with the client, correct?
That is very correct.
I remember, I think I've been here almost as long, maybe a little longer than you, but I remember one time you guys were like, does anybody speak French? I was like, not me. So
Yes.
that is a common thing too. Houston is such a melting pot. So we do have some live comments right now. We have Monique sent us a little heart. So hey, Monique.
Hi, Monique.
And then we have Marta as well sending us a little heart. So
Hi,
hey,
Marta.
So thank you so much. I do want to open up those lines of communication for you guys. If you have any comments and or questions for the team members themselves that are in the phases, we're going over each phase that we have here at D. Miller & Associates, and you guys get to meet our team. So we just talked about how you guys have bilingual staff in phase 1, which is awesome. So if you had to leave the viewers right now with a message or something that you want to leave them with, what would you tell them?
Well, Mari, I would say everybody hates being in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody likes to feel like they don't know how to handle a certain situation or how to go about, certain things.
Absolutely.
So with that being said, there's a lot of people who have never been in a car accident before. And to those people, I say call us, ask us whatever questions you have. Let us help you. Let us explain the process. Let D. Miller & Associates be your legal hero today.
Yeah, that's an awesome advice. We're going to quote you on that. But not only that, but you also have spoken to a lot of people that we've helped, and in certain situations that we weren't either able to help, depending on what the case is, or if it was running up on that timeline. I know we've talked about, hey, don't wait too long.
Yes.
Because then we don't want to run into that time where we just can't help. So I know you've talked to all types of potential clients that you've helped and cannot help, but I know you guys are there and sympathizing in these hard moments.
Of course.
Which I want to thank you personally for that, because it is a hard moment. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. If you've ever been in an accident, it's just tough. So that contact information is on the screen right now. That phone number is 713-850-8600. If you give us a call and just ask, transfer me to phase 1, I've been in an accident, one of those members will be able to help. So I know you mentioned no one likes to be in the dark. which we don't. But the only time we like to be in the dark is during Halloween, okay?
Of course.
And this Halloween, it was raining. Not only was it dark, but it was raining, sleet, and cold. I don't know if you remember.
That was horrible.
So I know we're going to talk right now in a second about, or show the picture of the firm and how we participated. So I want to ask you a fun question, which is, what were you for Halloween? Like what, I don't know if what you came dressed to the office, and what were you Halloween outside the office too?
I actually dressed up as Spider-Man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Spider-Woman.
Spider-Woman.
Yes.
There you go.
So as you
There
guys
you
see
go.
on the screen, some of our members, dressed up around here. Some were some scary outfits, and some were just very, general outfits because it's still a business day. So yeah, we definitely interact a lot with the holidays. I'm glad that you got to dress up, and you're in the spirit as well. I know another holiday that was right after that is Dia de los Muertos that we talked about last week. So I don't know if you guys participate in that. Do you participate in Dia de los Muertos? Is your family?
I don't usually.
No? Okay.
No, but it's definitely, I've done it one time.
Yeah, it
and
kind
it's
of
pretty
runs on from Halloween to Dia de los Muertos. So I want to thank you, Jennifer, so much for
Thank you
being
so
on Talk to Me
much.
Tuesday. It was such a pleasure to actually have Jennifer on the show. So now you guys actually met Phase 1 Intake Department. All right, so that intake department, you guys got to hear a lot about what it is that they do. They do a lot from getting the information of your case, from beginning to end. Where the injuries, what were the injuries? Where did the accident happen? A lot of things of your case in particular. So now you're about to meet Phase 2. So Phase 2, you see the picture on the screen. Phase 2 is going to consist of John. So John's going to explain a little bit about what Phase 2 means. So, hey John.
Hi Madi,
Welcome.
super excited to be here.
Yes, we're super excited to have you. I know we just met Jennifer, which is one of your co-workers as well that you work closely with. So I want to just go on the personal level. So tell our viewers a little bit about yourself.
Okay.
Where are you from? However much information you want to tell them.
All right, well I'm a local guy, Houston, born and raised, Southwest side.
Hey.
Super excited to be here today, long-time viewer.
Yeah, awesome. We appreciate it. So we even have our own co-workers here, employees that watch our show as well, and even like your family does too. I mean, it's
Hi Mom.
it's such an awesome time to have like your family, friends, and all that watching the show. So Houston native from Southwest. So let me know, you guys, if any of you guys are from that area, so that way he can just kind of shout you guys out. We do have a live comment, and I think this is for you, John. This is Vero saying, hey, and
Hey,
then
Vero.
Valerie is saying, hey, and Sandra is saying thumbs up. So
Sandra, get back to work.
you guys have a lot of love. And then Marta is saying, hey, John. So, hey, wow, you got a lot of love, and they just barely found out where you're from, so that's awesome. So how long have you been with the company? So you've been with D. Miller & Associates Phase 2. How long have you been with the company?
I've been with the company 4 years, so
Woo!
yeah, I've done a little bit of everything. I'm pretty well versed in the personal injury process. I started out in mass tort. I went to Phase 3 medical development for a little bit, and then now I'm in investigations Phase 2 for the past 2 years. So.
Wow, so you went backwards in the numbers. So we haven't talked about Phase 3 yet, medical development, but you got to go medical development. Now you're in Phase 2, which is investigations department. We're going to talk a little bit about that. You did mention mass torts, which I know I mentioned at the beginning of the show. Mass torts is encompassed of the pharmaceutical drugs, medical devices, and even catastrophe. So that's crazy. You have like a lot of knowledge, a lot of experience here. 4 years of knowledge and experience, huh?
Yes. 4
Yes.
long years.
Yeah. I told Jennifer just a while ago, you blink and it's like, you're already at 4 years. It's kind of crazy, huh?
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about what the investigations department is.
Okay, so basically, Phase 2 investigations, we're the facilitators between the clients and the insurance companies. Anytime you get in an accident, the first things you want done is to get your vehicle damage addressed. You might be in a financial bind, might need some loan assistance. You need to get liability established immediately to have all your vehicle repairs taken care of and get the claim paid out. So what we do is we'll gather the police report, gather all the case facts, the pictures, Try to find out how the case is in your favor and who's at fault. And then we'll go back and forth with the insurance companies to determine who's at fault. And hopefully it's not our client. And then we get their vehicle damage taken care of, all things like that. And we'll see the process through and help them out with any questions they have.
Wow. So I'm going to break that down a little bit more. That's crazy. You are a true investigator. True investigator. So you guys pull, I'm guessing one of the preliminaries, the police report. So kind of looking what they wrote on the police report, you have to kind of see and be able to read that thing too, huh?
Absolutely. The police report's a big factor in most cases. So if you get in an accident, always try to have a police report done. A lot of times clients, they're not sure what to do, so the police aren't involved, or they come and they don't write a report, and it can really hurt a case. So you always want to have a police report done. If you can't get a police report done, go into any police station, ask for a blue form for a crash report. They'll know what you're talking about. Just walk in, ask for a blue form, you fill that out, give it to your insurance company, and then you should be good for your claim.
Wow, that's great information.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of people at the time of an accident get kind of scared to call the cops. Should I not? Is this really worth me calling the cops? So that's great advice, just in case you didn't. Now, I know you've been in phase 2. You've probably seen a lot of cases that don't have a police report. It's okay as well. I mean, we still help those that don't have a police report. It's recommended probably to get a police report. Is that what I'm...
Absolutely, yes. In the case that you can't get a police report, there's a chance that the defendant's insurance company would fight liability just because it might be, your word versus their word. So it might be a little tougher. So we kind of always want to have that police report or something in writing from a police station to, show that at least they made the initiative to go and get one filed.
Wow, that's great information. So another key fact that you said in explaining what you guys do is property damage. I know a lot of you guys, that's one of our worries is like, how am I going to get to work? I can't drive my car. What do I do? So that's also part of this phase. So you want to talk a little bit, I guess, do you get details of the property damage? You guys can probably assist and guide where to go for, I guess, a rental. Talk a little bit more about that.
Absolutely. So how it works is we'll have the damage photos. We'll send that to the insurance company. They'll have someone come out and look at the vehicle. Now, they won't provide a rental until liability is established. That's why we recommend the clients to have their own personal coverage, because no one will take better care of you than your own insurance. So you can get your vehicle repaired faster, get your rental faster, and then they'll get their money back through the defendant's insurance company.
Wow, that's great information. So I know you keep mentioning having their own insurance is great. I know we've talked to the attorneys that you guys have seen on the show. They have advised that if you have your own insurance, there is a way, like we were talking in the past show, a hit and run, those type of cases. So I know you're talking about liability being accepted. So for those viewers that might not quite know what liability accepted means, is there any way you can elaborate a little bit more on that, on what that could potentially mean for the viewer that just hasn't been through this or is going through this right now?
Of course. So liability is basically who is at fault, who they're going to place negligence on for the incident, which is where the police report comes in handy. Most of the times it'll list, who's cited for causing the accident or who was given a ticket. So that'll be a big thing.
Wow, okay. That's awesome information. I know a lot of you guys in the past have asked live questions pertaining to this. I could probably have a whole show with you on the investigations part, and I know you guys would have a lot of questions for John. I know I have more comments. Beverly is saying, hey. So, hey to you, Beverly. Okay, we talked a lot about the phase 2 investigations, which is a little bit in-depth. There's a lot of information that we can only cover in such a short period of time. But in your group, I don't know how many are in phase 2 that you can solidly say right now?
3 of us right now.
3.
Yeah.
Okay, so 3 members. So now you guys can do the math here in a little bit of how many we had in each phase. So out of the 3 members, are you yourself or the members in that phase 2 bilingual?
Of course, yeah. 2/3 of our group is bilingual, so we help English, Spanish, other languages, various languages. So,
okay,
yeah,
awesome. So
definitely.
just like we mentioned at phase 1, just in case we don't have your language in-house, we do get like interpreters, we do have options, but we do have bilingual staff here, which is awesome. So now I want to kind of turn it over, John, because you sound very knowledgeable and really know the Phase 2 Investigations Department. So what are some experiences that you had of cases or some type of cases that you've seen? Because I know you've probably seen it all. You've seen police report, non-police report, acceptable liability, non. Like, what is kind of like more the common one that you've seen, or just, I mean, anything that you want to leave our viewers with?
A common thing that happens is, like I said, if you don't get a police report filed, and then you're just kind of stuck with, you're having to fight the case, and it's their word versus your word. No police came out to the scene, so there's no evidence of who's at fault. It's going to be based off the impacts. You're going to have to go to court with it. It's going to be a much longer process. And then it's going to be up to the attorneys, to decide if they feel like that's something they'll be able to fight in court.
Oh, okay.
Because court is expensive.
Right. It sounds like you kind of are like at a standstill on that. So I know you guys that are watching right now, go follow our page. If you guys go to our Facebook page, we do have a picture up that shows what to do and the steps to take when in an accident. If able to, please get that police report because it's very valuable for your case. And it helps a lot as well when there is a representative of the police department to write down exactly what happened. So, John, I know we've talked a lot about Phase 2. I want to now...
Can I leave the fans with one more thing?
Of course you can leave the fans with one more thing.
It's very important.
Okay, hit us with it. Go.
A pro tip for all our clients who, when you get an accident, you don't know what to do, you don't know what's going on, what you should be doing. It's always important to have your own personal insurance coverage. So what that means is a lot of clients will say, I have full coverage, but they don't know what that means, and it's liability only coverage. What full coverage is talk to your insurance agent. You need to have UM, which is uninsured and underinsured motorist protection. You need to have PIP, which is personal injury protection. So if you're hit by an uninsured driver, you'll still be covered. You'll be taken care of. The personal injury protection is money that you can receive based off your lost wages, medical development, before your actual settlement. So that always helps clients when they're in financial binds. So always have UM, and PIP on your personal policy. Call your insurance company and verify that you have that.
Hey, that's an amazing tip. And I know you guys that are normal viewers have heard the attorneys explain what that means. We can have the attorney coming later on in the show explain a little bit more. He explained it very well. Asking your insurance representative of those things, because sometimes looking at the declaration page doesn't really say anything, and then you're kind of looking at it like, what does this mean? So great advice. I love that advice. So that's something that you guys should look into for an unfortunate time. We want to knock on wood that doesn't happen, but in the case that it does, we're at least educating you guys and preparing you for that. So you guys are covered, and anyone that's in the car is covered as well. Absolutely. So kind of a fun fact now, or a fun question. What are you going to be doing for Thanksgiving? That's around the corner.
Oh, okay. So initially I was going to be going to Nebraska with my girlfriend. So
okay.
That's still up in the air, but the usual, we'll be spending time with, all of our family and friends at different houses. Just, enjoying, eating a lot, enjoying that time together.
That's awesome. Yeah. So family is such a great time. You guys see the graphic on the screen right now, which is where we gave last month 2 turkeys to families so that they can have such a heroic behavior. So that's awesome that you spend time with family. I know you probably can eat a lot. That's what keeps you growing, right? So enjoying the plates and the food. Oh my gosh, I get really full off of it, and it's probably your favorite time of the year, huh?
Yes,
I'm
excited for the D-Miller potluck.
Yeah, we do, and that's great that you brought that up. We do have a little Thanksgiving for the firm here at D. Miller & Associates. We all come together. We do a potluck, so we bring our biggest and our best dishes that we cook, I guess. And yeah, the eating begins in 2 weeks, so let the countdowns begin, right? Well, I want to thank you, John, for being on the show today. Thank you so much for being on Talk to Me Tuesday.
Thanks for having me.
All right. So you guys got to meet Phase 2. That was John. Wow. Can we say a lot of knowledge behind there? So John really dissected that and really broke it down on the investigations, on the police report, on the liability stuff. That's great information. I know a lot of you guys have asked that in the past. on what does all this mean. So if you guys are catching it at the show right now, I really suggest that later you guys go back, rewind the show so you guys can get to meet phase 1 and phase 2. So now we're going to be going into phase 3. Phase 3 is you guys are going to be meeting Betsy. This is the medical development department. This one can get lengthy as well. John just gave us a lot of knowledge, but now we have Betsy here on the medical development. So hey, Betsy.
Hi, Marty.
Welcome. I don't know if you got to hear. I know you were in the room, in our production room, but whew, that was a lot of information.
It was.
Wow. So I know that you've heard phase 1, which Jennifer, intake department. Phase 2, which was John, investigations. He said he worked in phase 3 once upon a time. And so now we're on 3. But I'm overwhelmed on how much information. This is crazy. And I can only imagine what you guys are feeling. So you guys here are getting to meet our team, which is awesome, awesome, awesome. So before we get to you, Betsy, I want to go over some of these comments. I have Monica giving us a little heart. Hey, Monica. I have Marta also giving us a little heart. Hey,
Hi,
Marta. And then Vero is also giving us a little heart. So, hey. So we're getting, before you guys even get to introduce yourselves, you guys already have a fan base. John was the same way. It was go, go, go. So the first question, and then Vero's asking, hello, Miss Betsy. So,
Hi,
hey.
Monica.
All right, so I want to go ahead and get into phase 3. So let's go ahead and just start off with introducing yourself for our viewers. It sounds like a lot of people already know you, so I don't know if you want to do a lengthy introduction, but like, where are you from?
Well, I'm born and raised here in Houston, Texas.
Another Houston native. Wow, that's 3 for 3. 3 for 3. So 1, 2, and 3 phases. They're from Houston, Texas. So that is awesome. So Betsy, you've been working with D. Miller & Associates PLLC. Tell our viewers, how long have you been with the company?
12 years.
Woo! 12 years.
Yes.
That's crazy. So, and you know what? We're talking about with Jennifer and John. Jennifer said 3, John said 4. That they blink and time flies, and here comes 4 years. But 12 years. That's a journey and a lot of experience that you have as well. So have you always been in the medical development, or did you kind of also jump around like John did?
Well, when it was jumping around, but again, when I came to the firm, it was before the phases.
So you were all the phases.
So it was a combination of 1, 2, and 3.
Oh wow! So you basically have done it all, 1 through 3. I don't know if you've done 4. We haven't gotten to 4 yet, but you've done it all. And then I'm pretty sure you were part of that masterminding and looking at the growth of the company and where we are now. And then it started breaking up through phases. I would love to go back in time with you to see where, because we see the firm and D. Miller & Associates, you guys get to hear where we are now, but it'd always be cool to do like a flashback on where it once was, and you've gotten to live through that.
That would be pretty nice.
That would be cool. I don't know. Maybe we'll put it in a video form. We'll figure out.
Put in a request.
Exactly. So I want to open up those lines of communication for you guys. If you have any questions and or comments, there's a lot of comments coming through right now for our members. So Betsy, you've been with the company for 12 years. So now let's talk a little bit about what is medical development and what does it mean and what is phase 3 for those viewers that have no idea.
So phase 3 consists of 2 medical case managers, Marta and Veronica. So their primary role is to be the liaison between the client and the medical providers while the client is going through their treatment plan.
Okay, so I know we've talked already about this is a hard time. Phase 1, we sympathize with our clients to make sure they're comfortable in such a chaotic time. I mean, I don't know if you've been in an accident, but it is scary. I've been in an accident. Not only that, there's injuries, personal injuries. So that is where you're also a part of, is what it
Correct.
sounds like, right? Okay. So on the treatment and the duration of the case, I'm guessing your goal is to get the client back to being better, right?
Correct. That's the ultimate goal.
That is, well, what a beautiful goal. And I'm going to tell you, because I'm pretty sure it's super rewarding to see, obviously your clients are in need of help in the injuries, and then you guys really get to see them getting back better again. So that is awesome. I'm sure it's very rewarding. You've done it for 12 years.
And you know what? I think the benefit of being in the position that we're in is that we really get to know our clients and we build friendships along the way. I mean, I've dealt with clients that have had cases go to litigation for 2-3 years. So I've been there. I've met their family members. Till to this day, I still meet with some of these clients every now and then, or they have my cell number.
Oh, wow. So
even after the case is all settled,
oh, that's awesome.
closed out, they still reach out.
They have a really strong bond with you, which is awesome. And I know you guys have seen and heard the attorneys say the same thing. They do talk to the clients. They become more so a family member,
Correct.
and you guys get to bond with them. Now, I'm not. The phases, there's different phases, but it sounds like your phase is probably one of the lengthy ones, or the longer ones.
Correct.
It could take longer.
Correct.
So that is where you're able to really meet them and get to know them. And I know if there's any doctors watching or anybody out there that has in that profession, even hair salon, you really get to nurture the client and hear what they're going through. There's hard times. I mean, I'm sure you've heard a lot of hard times, lost wages. I mean, you've heard it all, I'm pretty sure.
I'm sure I have.
Probably
Yes,
more than you
and
want
it's
to.
unfortunate, but
Yeah.
these clients have gone through a lot, and I'm blessed to be in the position, the firm, to help them,
Yeah.
to really help them.
Absolutely, and I know we have a lot of feedback we get from our clients, and a lot of them, I know when you guys are with them, speaking to them on the phone, sometimes they don't get to meet you guys until, they're able to come in or at the end. And it's like you guys get like a big hug because it's like you've been with them, like you know them. It's awesome, awesome, awesome. So the medical development, as Betsy was mentioning, they're the liaison between the client and on the medical side. So what needs to get the client back better, back whole, back to where there's no injuries. So that's awesome. So let's see. You have a staff or a team of 2 individuals plus yourself is 3. So are you or is your team bilingual?
Unfortunately, I'm not bilingual.
Okay.
However, my team is. Yes, they're
Okay.
fluent in English and Spanish.
Okay, awesome. So they are fluent. So that is already, again, we're rocking and rolling. That's 3 for 3. So all phases have a representative that is bilingual. So that is awesome, awesome. You guys, if it's a different language, it's not Spanish, again, we have the means to help
Correct.
them. And so you guys are in great hands if you have family member or friends. I know some of them, if they speak Spanish, you have your 2 that you just, hey, Marta, or hey, Veronica, take care of them, which is awesome.
Yes.
Awesome, awesome. So, okay, that was the medical development. It gets a little bit more into detail. They're with you guys or the clients or potential clients for the longest time. So there's more detail, but those are more terms that we will talk to the client directly and go through everything, any questions that they may have. I know we mentioned with Jennifer, I know we mentioned with John, every case is different.
Yes.
I don't know, in your 12 years of experience, have you seen any case that's been the same?
No.
That's 12
No.
years. No case is ever the same. And you have to take it into account. There's just a lot of scenarios. So every case is different. The questions you probably get are all different at all times for a duration of 12 years, which is awesome. I'm so thankful for you to be a part of this team, for your knowledge. 12 years of making a difference. That's a huge role. And it's I'm sure it's rewarding. I get the chills when I say that, but very rewarding for you. 12 years of making a difference, which is awesome, as well as our attorney. So we just asked John, the holidays are coming up, girlfriend. Holidays are coming. I don't know if that's exciting or scary for you, because this is where it gets crazy. Thanksgiving and the holiday season, which is either consisting of Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, then New Year's Eve, and then reset, start over. So what is it that you and your family are doing over the Thanksgiving holiday?
What we do, it's a tradition thing. Everybody goes to my aunt's house. So we just gather around, do a potluck. Everybody takes a dish or 2.
Awesome.
So that's usually what we do.
Let me
for
ask
Thanksgiving.
you, tradition, do you do turkey or do you do a different type of
Last
turkey?
year, I actually did do a turkey
Awesome.
for the first time.
Okay, for the
Yes.
first time. What do you guys normally do tradition-wise?
I usually do the chicken casserole. I usually do that, or the broccoli casserole. I'm in charge of the casseroles.
Oh.
But last year I wanted to do a turkey, so
Awesome.
I tried that.
There you go. Well, hopefully one day you'll be able to make me a casserole. Maybe we can bring it here so you guys can see me doing the taste test. I'm just kidding. Well,
Yes.
it's such a pleasure, Betsy, to have you on the show. There's a lot of knowledge that you guys are getting to witness with myself. And these are our team members that you guys get to speak to along with attorneys. Attorneys are always following up these cases with phone
Correct.
calls. So it's not just Betsy you guys are speaking with or Marta or Veronica. The attorneys are actually calling on the weekends and just speaking to the client directly as well.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, it's such a pleasure to have you on Talk to Me Tuesday.
Thank you for having me, Marty.
My pleasure. Awesome. So you guys got to meet Phase 3 Medical Development Department. There's just a lot of knowledge here, which just definitely benefits you guys. Medical development is really back to getting the clients back whole with no injuries. Super good. That is what their goal is, to make sure that they're injury free. So you guys got to hear Phase 1 Intake Center, Phase 2 Investigation Center, and Phase 3, which is Medical Development. Now you guys are going to get to meet Phase 4, which is our Demand and Negotiations Department. So now I would like to welcome Attorney Sharde.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, such a pleasure. I know you've been on the show already
Yes.
before,
Yes.
so this is nothing new to you.
Nothing new.
I want you also, we're going to probably talk a little bit about the Phase 4, what that means, but then also I want you to analyze all 4 phases because you have full involvement
Yes.
on all of them.
Absolutely.
Which is super beautiful. So let's go ahead and start by introducing yourself. Some viewers already know Attorney Sharde Marks, but for those that don't know, just tell them a little bit about yourself, where you're from, and even where you went to law school.
Okay. Yes, so I'm Attorney Sharde Marks. I have been at D. Miller & Associates for about 6 months. I have been practicing law for 4 years. I am originally from Gulfport, Mississippi, and I graduated from Thurgood Marshall School of Law.
Awesome.
Yes.
So let me tell you, we broke it, guys. Let me tell you. So Phase 1 was from Houston, Texas.
Okay.
Phase 2 was from Houston, Texas. Phase 3, Houston, Texas. And now we got Mississippi.
Mississippi.
It's okay. We're 3 for 4. That's okay. That's a good percentage,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
75%.
Yeah.
So that is awesome that you are with the team. I know you mentioned it's been a short time that you've been with the
Yes.
company, D. Miller & Associates, but you've been an attorney for, you said,
4
4
years. Yes.
So
yes.
I'm sure the attorney side, you blink and wow, we're already here 4 years.
Yes.
It's flown by, I bet.
Yes, it has definitely flown by. And, just being able to help people makes the job so much easier. We absolutely love here at D. Miller & Associates what we do.
Yeah,
We love it.
we just talked to Betsy from the Medical Development Department, and
Yeah.
she's been with the company for 12 years. And I was
Yes.
telling her, I'm pretty sure super rewarding to see, you get to see the client's road to recovery.
Yes.
And she gets to witness
That's
them
it.
get back to being whole again.
Absolutely.
And I'm sure you experienced
Yes.
the same thing.
Yes.
But you go a little bit deeper. So let's talk about what Phase 4 means and what does the Demand and Negotiations Department mean. You can go in a little bit more elaborate as
Yeah.
well, but for those that don't
Yeah.
know what a demand is and what a negotiation is, let's talk a little bit about that.
Okay, so our Phase 4 department, this is going to be our department that brings everything together. This is the department that will be writing the demand. The demand is something that we like to look at where we're putting out a playbook for the insurance company of everything that our client has gone through. In the demand phase, we will lay out the medical records. We will lay out the bills. We will lay out the recommendations from the doctors. We also, in the demand phase, will lay out lost wages as well as pain and suffering. It all comes together in a pretty package wrapped for the insurance company, letting them specifically know this is everything our client's been through, and we are requesting a certain amount of money in regards to helping the client be whole again and taking care of their medicals.
Wow, okay. So I'm pretty sure, as we've mentioned before, how important each phase is.
Yes.
It's extremely important for the demand
Yes.
side of things.
Yes.
So getting all the detailed information,
Yes.
phase 1, which is intake,
Absolutely.
helps you.
Absolutely.
Phase 2, investigations, that police report that John was talking about, and the liability being accepted, is important to you on the demand side.
Very important.
And then medical development,
Very
which
important.
is the whole duration of the medical side and those medical records, is super important to you as well.
Absolutely.
That's crazy. So it is a trickle effect that builds the package.
It is definitely a trickle effect. And the thing about it is, phase 4 cannot be possible without phase 1, 2, and 3. If we do not get the full information from phase 1, which Jennifer came and talked about, then we are sitting here with missing information.
Absolutely.
In phase 2, it allows us in phase 4 to see how much money the insurance company has. Has liability been accepted? Has partial liability been accepted? So we kind of are able to see what goes on there. And of course, phase 3 medical development is very, very dear to me, because we're very, very concerned here of making sure that our clients get better.
Yeah.
That's the key.
That is the key.
Yeah.
And that's going to be, as you hear, in all of these members that came, our team, that is the key and our main focus.
Our main focus.
We're here to sympathize, and during this hard time,
Right.
our goal is to get you back to normal, to going back and doing your day-to-day activities, going back to work.
Absolutely.
Something so simple like that. So you just explained the demand package and what that encompasses. Is that something you do, or you have members in the phase 4 team that do the demand packages?
Right. So here, our phase 4 team is set up with 2 case managers. These case managers work very, very hard to put everything together for you. These 2 case managers will write out the demands, lay out any medical development that happened from the beginning of the case all the way to the end. Once that is done by them and they feel like they have a total package of everything, they will then fax that over or send that to the insurance company, and then I will start negotiating.
Wow. Okay. So I know Betsy mentioned, as well as yourself right now, is you guys are very connected with these clients.
Yes.
You get to hear a lot of information, and especially Betsy being with them on the whole development process and
Right.
in phase 3 in the development process. They really get to know the clients, their families, and everything.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
same thing with your department, in the phase 4 department, is really get to find out what is it that they can't do.
Yes.
What have they been lacking that they were not lacking before
Absolutely.
the accident? That's
Absolutely.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys get to really build that rapport.
Yeah.
Let's go, before we go into the negotiation part, because I know it's going to be a little lengthy, I want to go over some of the comments. So Marta put a heart and a star, and she said, hello, Miss Sharde.
Hey.
So hi, Marta. So let's go into talking about the negotiation process. And what a better person to speak about it than
Yes.
yourself, Attorney Sharde Marks. Any of the attorneys here can really speak about that negotiation process. And this, I want to be clear, is negotiation on the pre-litigation side.
Absolutely.
It's different on the litigation,
It's
right?
definitely different.
So let's talk a little bit about the negotiation side on the pre-litigation side. So let's talk about that a little bit.
Okay.
What that has entailed in your side.
Okay, so like we just spoke about, we're going to have our case manager send over a demand to the insurance company. Once the insurance company gets the demand, we give them a certain amount of time to give us what we like to call the initial offer. That offer is going to come in, and the offer is going to be based on what the insurance company feels like is a reasonable assessment of the case. After I received the initial offer from the insurance company, I worked very, very hard to see what we can do on our side to add value to the case. This is where the lost wages are going to come in. This is where I'm going to ask questions to the clients like, what could you have done before the accident that you have difficulty doing now? This is where we are negotiating, and I'm thinking of a figure in my head to help you with some of the issues that you are having, whether that be, I miss time from work, I have these finances to deal with, or for a lot of the clients, Miss Sharde, I need more medical treatment. I have future bills that I'm going to have to pay. And so with that, then I would send over a counter demand. So my case managers have sent over a demand asking for a specific amount. The insurance company has then sent over an offer in which I then send over a counter demand. So from our side, we send demands and the insurance company sends offers.
Got it. Okay, so now I see the relationship side of things, and hopefully you guys get to follow as well. And sometimes the pain and suffering as well. You just mentioned a good point. If they did a medical development and they're gonna have to keep going for upcoming treatment for the next, I don't know, let's just throw a number, 5 years of their life or medications, you have to also forecast those things because they're gonna have to. They didn't ask for this stuff. Okay. Right. That's great information. Great information. So that is what phase 4 is encompassed of, which is the demand side and the negotiation side. Now yourself, Attorney Sharde Marks, you get to work with phase 4 case managers, but you also get to work with the other phases and their importance as well.
Yes.
I think you have an experience on the litigation side, so you know how that works. We're specifically talking about pre-litigation. So tell me a little bit about how important those other phases are, and maybe how your involvement has been in phase 1 through 4.
Right. So specifically in the phase 1 department, they're gathering all the information. And of course, Marty, you know that we are not just in the Houston area, that we take cases all over. So sometimes they want to know, well, Ms. Sharde, what should I be looking for in my Louisiana cases? What should I pay attention to in my Texas cases? Because they're so different. And so phase 1 is so important. They take down all information. They gather all pictures. They speak to, I say they're our first line of defense because they get all of the information. I definitely love phase 1, and we could not do what we're doing without them.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Without the beginning of the machine we have here.
Yeah.
So I know you mentioned we do have Texas, all of Texas, Houston, Dallas, San Antonio, Austin, McAllen. So that is, your license in Texas, the statute of limitations of Texas. So what other states are you licensed in? Or is it just Texas?
Yes.
Just Texas.
So, right.
Okay. So in the future, Ms. Sharde Marks, Attorney Sharde Marks, there might be other states which are going to have also other rules, regulations, statute of limitations. So that could be also something in the future, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow. Well, we're going to go ahead and speak it into existence.
Yes.
And we're going to go ahead and wish you the best of luck as of right now. I don't know when your plan is, but that is something super, super important. So I know gathering the facts is super important. And I know you're very much so involved in phase 2 when they have questions about different scenarios that they see in the investigation side.
Yes.
Yeah?
So in our phase 2, most of the questions that we will get as attorneys or that we ask them are things more or less like, what is the liability? Making sure that even if the third party has coverage, do you have coverage? This is very, very important to us because we like to go after as many insurance policies that we're able to make sure the client is whole. And the great thing about the uninsured motorist, which I recommend everyone out in Texas get, is that if you're uninsured or you're underinsured, this is what phase 2 deals with, is that even if the third party's insurance policy is not enough, you have insurance to cover yourself. And it's very important.
Because I know John talked a little bit about that and how important it is. And I know you guys are talking about the importance because you've probably seen scenarios where they don't have it. And it's an unfortunate situation. I'm pretty sure. So having it is important so that we can help the client as well as they can be financially, they can get some help. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's awesome information. So if you want to give a message or leave a message with those viewers that are watching right now, and you do this all the time on our shows, what would you tell our viewers right now if you had to leave them with one good solid message?
My message would be that if you are involved in any personal injury accident, slip and fall, dog bite, elevator, Oh my goodness, we have so many different things.
Oh,
Please
yeah.
give us a call at D. Miller and Associates. Our number is 713-850-8600.
Yes, that phone number will also be on the screen as well as in the comment section. You guys can feel free to reach out to us anywhere in the state of Texas.
Yes.
Even as we mentioned, and one question I forgot to ask is bilingual. Is the phase 4, are they able to speak? Are they bilingual? Are you maybe bilingual? You might have some languages underneath your belt. Are they able to also offer the bilingual services?
Yes, absolutely.
Awesome.
Yes.
So as you guys hear, even if you guys have family members or friends that speak a different language, we're able to help on all those
Yes.
phases that I know Attorney Sharde Marks just mentioned. So super awesome to have you here speak about phase 4, the demands and negotiation department. So we're gonna,
Yes.
I'm gonna throw a fun question. So
Okay.
holidays are coming up.
I'm so excited.
So excited. I know
Yes.
last time, in our last show, we were talking a little bit about what was coming up, which was Halloween,
Yes.
Thanksgiving. But what we're going to go ahead and do is announce what the heroic behavior for this month is.
I'm excited.
I'm very excited. So as you guys know, it is holiday season. It's such a beautiful time.
Yes.
And you want to know why it's important because you get to spend time with family and friends.
Yes, it is my favorite time of the year.
Yes, I've got to agree with you.
Yeah.
There's a lot of meaning behind the holiday season for various reasons to each one of you guys, and we want to definitely respect that. So we want to do in honor of all holiday seasons. So I want to recognize this is the Christmas, the Hanukkah, the Kwanzaa, all of that's coming up around the corner. We will be giving out our heroic behavior. We're going to be giving out a tree, a Christmas
tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the trees,
Yeah.
a lot of religions are able to celebrate just having a tree and what their meaning is of that tree individually and for their family. So we want to definitely do that. So at the end of the month, we're going to be giving out a tree, a Christmas tree, to one winner here on the show, as
Okay.
well as Jueves de Justicia, our Spanish show. We want to make sure it is in November, so you have it ready for the holiday season, and you're able to also decorate that Christmas tree with whatever holiday it is that you celebrate.
Yes.
So all you have to do, you probably can say what they have to do. It's super easy and it is free. It's
Okay.
4 things. You could try to do some of them, and I'll help you out.
Help me out. Okay. You need to like.
Like the page, absolutely. Our Facebook page, make sure you go to D. Miller and Associates PLLC. Like that page, correct?
You need to share.
Share the picture that you see on the screen. So that picture on the screen, you have to share it as well as like it. So she said that as well. So like, share, and then can you get the last one?
You need to tell us who you are celebrating the holidays with.
Yeah. So tag that person that you guys are going to be celebrating the holiday season. It could be a family member, it could be a friend. So tag that person. So you guys have to do 4 things, but guess what, friends? It's absolutely free. So all you have to do is like our page, D. Miller and Associates PLLC, as well as like the picture that you guys just saw on the screen. It's myself next to a Christmas tree. Make sure you tag someone or multiple people that you'll be spending the holiday season with. And then make sure that you share it on your Facebook page. So we want to definitely do this lovely gesture, this heroic behavior. For those of you guys in the community that would like to decorate your tree for whatever holiday season it is that you celebrate.
Yes.
So awesome. So I want to thank you, Attorney Sharde Marks, for being on the show
Thank you for having
today.
me.
Hopefully we have you on more shows to come.
Yes.
I know you left us with one great quote, but today was such a special show because everyone got to meet certain team members. And maybe
Yes.
next time we'll do more team members because we have so many.
We have so many. Yes.
We do have so many. So I want to thank each and every one of you guys for watching, commenting, and make sure you share this video as well for your family and friends to see. So until next time, thank you for being on Talk to Me Tuesday on a Tuesday with your host, Mari B.
Thank you.
Bye.